Oxford from the inside. The good, the bad, but always the truth.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan. My pronouns are she and her, and welcome to this episode of Oxford from the Inside, the good, the bad, but always the truth. Today we're joined by Kyla. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Hi, I'm Kyla. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a second year chemistry student at the Queen's College.
Great, thanks for joining us.
No problem at all.
So today we're going to be talking about a day in the life of an Oxford student. So Kyla, could you talk us through a day in your life?
Yeah, of course. So, obviously lockdown has made my life a little bit different. So I can't say it's super exciting or super wild, but I can talk you through it. So as a chemistry student, I have about 10 lectures a week. So that means I watch 2 every single morning. I stick to my lecture timetable. Not everybody does. Some people watch them in order, like they do a whole course. But I find if I make sure I start every morning with lectures, try and start as close to 9 as possible, it just means my whole day gets into a better swing. So I usually work about 9 till 6. I'm not super productive in the evening, so I always end my work day about 6 before I make dinner. So in the rest of that time when I'm not watching lectures, I might have online labs to do. I might have tutorial calls with tutors. I might just be doing some tutorial work, or I might have other calls related to other things that I do within college. So usually my day is pretty chilled. It's pretty kind of consistent. I make sure that I take at least a break every day that fulfills. So I wrote a list at the start of the year of positive activities that make me feel kind of calm and refreshed. And I do at least one of those every day. So they can be things like journaling, or I do cross stitch. I'm currently cross stitching a massive Eiffel Tower. It's very exciting. Things like nice coloring books of like henna patterns and things like that. So I make sure that I do one of those every day, usually around 3 o'clock, because that's when I tend to have like the post bread lunch slump. So I do that to kind of get me back in the mood. And then obviously I make loads of time for my friends. So of an evening, I'll either have a chill evening, or I will be on a video call to my boyfriend, who is a maths student at Queen's, or we'll be on a call with the 2 of us and all of our friends, or I'll ring my family and things like that. So I have made a lot of time for social interactions. I get that not everyone loves video calling, but I found it really helpful as a way to kind of keep in touch with everyone and make things still feel like they're normal. And then I'm the access and outreach rep for my college, so a lot of what I do in my week will also involve stuff to do with that, but that tends to be quite a small use of my time. It's not too busy. For context, I'm currently in lockdown at my dad's house, so I'm in Southport, but when I was in Oxford in Michaelmas in lockdown, we did some more stuff. So we do like movie nights, or when it was allowed, we went to restaurants or bars, or I went on lots of walks with different friends and different people from different colleges and stuff. So that was really nice. And hopefully that'll be a little bit more like what Trinity will look like. And then in terms of how that scales to a normal day at Oxford, it's actually pretty similar in terms of the work. It's just that the socializing becomes a much bigger aspect, because instead of me sit down to watch 2 hours of lectures, I walk with my friend to the lecture theatre and we watch 2 hours lecture and then walk back. So the actual workload doesn't really change, and I still have tutorials, I just have them in person. I still have labs, I just have them in person. I might do my work in a library instead of at my desk, but I still work 9 to 6. Like, it's not like I can only work sensible hours because I'm at home. I do also do that in Oxford. Obviously when I'm back in Oxford, like evenings involve like trips to our beer cellar instead of video calls, and like going out for food and things like that. So I probably have learned to take more breaks now that I'm working from home, because I think it's easy when I was in first year and when everything was just normal to kind of forget that you're not taking as many breaks as you should be because you have so many other distractions. So it would be like, oh, well, I worked like 9 till 7 today and I took like a break for lunch, but I'm going out later. So it's like you live far more in extremes. So it's kind of like, oh, I worked like super hard all of Thursday so that on Friday I could go for a really nice meal with my friends and then we could all go out and I wouldn't have to think about work. So it's kind of it's more of an ebb and flow when I'm in Oxford. Now it's more consistent of like every day making sure I take certain breaks, like making sure I get enough done but not kind of push myself too hard. So I guess that would be the thing is consistency, which has its ups and downs. It can be nice, it can also be a bit boring, but yeah, that's kind of, I hope that's given you a bit of an idea of what my super exciting second year chemistry life is like at the moment. Well, I'm glad. I feel like I've fulfilled expectations there. No one was expecting like any kind of like parachute jumping, really exciting hobbies.
You mean you
not really
taken up parachuting in lockdown? I mean, who hasn't?
Surprisingly not. Baking was as far as I got. A couple of loaf cakes, never a parachute dive. Say that of me what you will.
How disappointing. It's really great to hear though that you have like, I think it's a really nice idea to have a list of activities that you find properly relaxing, because it's quite difficult to find things that are actually relaxing at the moment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you can get into the habit of just being like, oh, I'll just go on Instagram for half an hour. That actually doesn't turn my brain off. And what I do as well is in my diary, I write down what activity I do every day to kind of hold myself accountable, so that, and I also write down what days I've got fresh air, so that when I like open my diary, I'm like, I didn't go out yesterday, so I need to go out today. Or like, oh, okay, it's been a while since I sat down and properly read my book, but I've done quite a lot of journaling this week, so it makes me be held accountable for actually doing activities and actually like giving myself time off, basically.
Yeah, it's a really, really great idea. I might have to steal that. Thank you.
You're welcome to, don't worry.
Well, I think that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Really, really do appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who's listening or watching. I hope you're all staying well and you are finding ways of properly relaxing like Kyla has mastered. And remember to follow us on Instagram at Oxford from the Inside. And until next time, bye-bye.